Alright guys, what is up? It is Dr. Greninja here and welcome to another, not deck making video, just kind of talking about the top decks right now. These 4 decks, dude, so strong. Highly suggest if you have the cards to play them. They're killing rank right now. So if you have these decks, play them. I'm telling you guys, if you want to get masters, you want to be good at the game, you don't have to be good at the game, just play these decks. So let's go over them. Alright, so deck 1. The most popular deck right now. Hands down the most popular deck. And the most, I feel like, free to play, easy kind of deck to make because all you need is Silvally and Rampardos. And this deck is insanely strong. I mean, you're always going to start with Type Null because it's the only basic in the deck. Skull Possible doesn't count. So you're always going to start Type Null. You have 2 Silvallis to look for. And then on top of that, Gladion also searches for Type Null and Silvally. So it's a pretty high chance by your 3rd, 4th turn, you're going to get Type Null, or you're going to get Silvally, and then using the supporter, you're going to hit for 100 damage, right? So you have, let's count the supporters in this deck. And there are different variants, but this is like the pretty general deck, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you have 8 supporters. So you have 8 chances to hit with 100 damage using Silvally. On top of that, we have Rare Candy Rampardos in the back in case we need it, or in case we get it super early, we can always pivot into Rampardos and hit for 130. Rampardos, as you guys know, OP as always. I don't know what they're gonna do with this card to nerf it, because it's been very strong in the last like 2-3 metas. So this is a great deck to use, guys. Highly suggested, easy to build, easy to use, and use this deck now. All right, so let's go on to deck 2. And we have, yeah, this honestly might be one of the strongest, if not the strongest deck in the game right now. Grass already has pretty good support. You know, last meta we had Decidueye, we had Meowscarada, we had the addition of the Leaf Cape, which gives 30 more HP to grass type Pokemon. So let's look at the deck. 2 Buzzwoles, 2 Pheromosas, 2 Celesteelas, Erica for healing, I mean Cyrus, Mars, more healing with Pokemon Center Lady, 2 Leafs, the Beastite if you want to use it, and then Lusamine just makes the deck like amazing. So if you guys don't know, all 3 of these Pokemon count as Ultra Beasts. Again, there are different variants of these decks. You can play Kartana if you want. If you don't want, you can just run it how it is. But so Celesteela allows you to basically have free retreats and switches as long as the Pokemon is an Ultra Beast. All 3 Pokemon here are Ultra Beasts, right? So the basically idea is to start with Pheromosa, right? Which is amazing starter as well, even though the HP is a little bit low, 70 HP, not the best, but the attack makes up for it because you're doing 20 damage to the active Pokemon, and you get to choose a 20 damage to a bench Pokemon as well. Really strong. That gives you a lot of Cyrus potential for later in the game. Good starter, good hits off the beginning, and yeah, on top of that, Celesteela, as I mentioned, you're able to switch in here and there. And the thing is here, even though, let's say you get out 1 or 2 jump loose with Pheromosa and the opponent kills you, now Lusamine, which just ties everything together, allows you to basically use those discarded energy, put it onto Buzzwole, and for 3 energy, you're doing 120, which is wild, right? And now initially when the card came out, I'm reading it, it's like the next turn you can't use this move. So I'm like, 3 energy, 120 is really good. But if you can't use it the next turn, it's not that good. But then Celesteela comes in, and using his ability, it actually resets this cooldown. So basically, you're able to, let's go through it, the scenario, right? Pheromosa starts off, does let's say 40 damage to your opponent, right? Knocks you out. Now, you can put in Buzzwole, right? Or if not, you can always Celesteela to tank if you don't have Lusamine yet. You put in Celesteela to tank like a couple 2 hits, 1-2 hits, and then you're able to switch a Buzzwole in for free using Ultra Thrusters, hit for 120 with Buzzwole, which is crazy. And then next turn, you can just use Ultra Thrusters with Celesteela, or even just retreat and then bring him back in. And that resets the cooldown, so you can hit for 120 again, which is insane. Leaf Cape again, gives it 30 more HP, so you're getting 170 HP here, you're hitting for 120, like, amazing deck. Honestly, one of the strongest, if not the strongest in my opinion, so use this deck as well. Alright, so those are the first two. Let's go on to the last two decks. And oh, I might be missing one actually. Okay, so Guzzlord EX and Nihilego. So this is another great deck. So Nihilego, as you guys know or don't know, 30 damage for 2 energy, not bad. 70 HP is not a lot, but then the poison, the ability that it does poison does extra 10 damage. And these stack too, so if you have 2 Nihilegos out, poison is doing 30 damage. So let's say this is basically 50 damage when you're hitting someone, right? Assuming you have 1 in. If not, it's doing 60 damage, so already really good. On top of that, same concept, Lusamine. If this gets knocked out, you can pivot into Guzzlord. Hit for 120. The thing about Guzzlord, and I don't know who even thought of this, like 170 HP is already so tanky, right? And if they just kept it with the 120 Tyrannical Hole, it's already pretty strong, but you know, I feel like it'd be balanced. The fact that they gave it a second attack to do 30 damage and then it potentially discard all your energy is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, who thought of this? Anyways, that makes Guzzlord really strong. And then we have Celesteela to tank, pivot in. We have Sabrina, Cyrus, Mars, Pokemon Center Lady, whatever you want to use. Crazy. It is crazy. And then we even have Poison Barb in case we can't poison with New Wave. We can always put it on Guzzlord and then have the ability from Nihilego in the back. So wild deck. Alright, and I'm actually missing one deck here. So give me a second, but I think we can review this one. Okay, so alright, definitely my most hated deck in TCG Pocket, and what absolutely drives me crazy is the Giratina and Darkrai EXs, right? And I know this deck is going to be around for a long time. I don't know when it's ever going to be out of the meta, just because of the Pokemon, Darkrai and Giratina, their abilities, and how well they work together. And you know what? I'm finally getting used to it, you know, like, as annoying as it is, it's going to be there. And then they go on to bring Nihilego, which makes this deck even more OP. You know, you're adding Poison Barb to this deck. You're adding an extra 20, potentially 30 poison damage, along with Darkrai. So Darkrai's Nightmare Aura is doing 20. Now you have poison on top of that. It is just insane. So yeah, just the addition to this deck just makes it insane. And then give me 1 second. That's kind of all I have to say about this deck. I mean, I hate Darkrai Giratina. I'm sure you guys know how OP it is, so nothing more to really be said there. Use it if you want. Actually, don't use this deck. Please don't use this deck. Like, just stop using Giratina and Darkrai, please. Okay, anyways, there's one more deck I really want to go over, but I didn't add it here, so give me 1 second. Alright, the final deck, and what do I even say about this deck? Okay, so last meta we had Skarmory and Solgaleo, and when I tell you I pulled one Solgaleo, right? And I've been trying to wonder pick it. I opened so many packs last meta to try to get the Solgaleo to play the Solgaleo Skarmory deck, because that thing was insanely strong. Like, the fact that you can do 50 damage first turn with Skarmory, pivot into a Solgaleo that does 120 for 2 energy, 180 HP, pivots in for free. Dude, I was searching for one so badly. I didn't end up getting it, and the new packs come out, so I'm like, you know what? There's no point in getting any more. Like, people, you know, we'll probably see it here and there, but it's not going to be as popular. And then someone decided to go ahead and make the Shiinotic deck with it. Oh my god, guys. This thing, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say. I didn't even think this deck could get stronger. So if you guys don't know, Shiinotic is part of the new Extra Dimensional Crisis. And you know off the bat, you're looking at it, 90 HP, 40 damage, colorless. It doesn't look like too crazy. And then you look at the ability Illuminate. Once during your turn, you can put a random Pokemon onto your, what is it? From your deck in your hand. So you guys can just imagine, like, the way that we were able to beat Solgaleo Skarmory last game was we were able to at least ramp up before it came out, or just win the game before they even pulled Solgaleo, right? They were able to break the Solgaleo, they didn't pull it, we killed the Skarmories. That was like the only way to beat it. Now, they gave it a way to look for the Solgaleo every turn for free with an ability, which is just wild, dude. So, dude, literally, you can start with the Morlul or even the Cosmog, as long as you're gonna get the Shiinotic, which you most likely will pretty soon. You're able to start looking for Solgaleo, and now the problem is, and also last meta with Skarmory Solgaleo, once you beat one of the Solgaleos, you basically won. Now you have to worry about both of them, because now once one Solgaleo is out, dude, if you keep using Illuminate, you're gonna eventually find the second one. So now you have to deal with two Solgaleos. One was already bad enough. Two, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. If you guys have two Shiinotics and two Solgaleos, just use this deck, man. Use this deck, you'll get to Masters, and that's it. So those are the 5 decks that I think, the top 5 decks right now that are super OP. You guys want to get to Masters super quick, use any of these. They're really strong, really fun to use too. Like, it's always fun to use the new cards that come out. And yeah, guys, that'll be it. That's kind of my rant on the top 5 decks right now, and yeah, I'll catch you guys on some more deck making videos, tier list videos, and just TCG content. So yeah, if you guys enjoy, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.